Hey there, this is Frank Yosa from franklyrealty.com. Sorry for the hat, but I have a little bit of hat head. So I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I figured I would just do it like I am, and what matters is what I say, right, not how I look. Anyhow, so I want to talk about lowballing. There's a lot of talk around the water cooler, I hear, because I don't really have a water cooler, but my clients talk about how friends and family tell them, hey, if you're going to buy a house, make sure you lowball them. Lowball, lowball, lowball. It's a buyer's market. And I even actually know a friend who did a blog on lowballing, a realtor friend who did a blog on lowballing, and the message in the blog was, how to lowball, and I asked him, why do you have this thing on lowballing? You know that lowballing doesn't really work. And he said, well, people Google the phrase lowball, and then they come to me. I show them how you can lowball. They then make a lowball or two. They see that it doesn't work. I have them sign an exclusive buyer agency agreement, so they're signed, so they have to work with me. And before you know it, they finally get around to realizing that lowballs don't work. Well, that's not the approach I like to take. I like to instead explain what lowballing is and why you hear about it, and show you some actual statistics on why it doesn't work. At least why it doesn't work in the Northern Virginia, Arlington area. So lowballing, first of all, how do you define that? I would think that would be somewhere between 15% off to 20% off would be how I would define a lowball offer. Now, if someone calls a lowball offer 5% off, I guess then that can be fine in the right circumstances. So I just pulled up some data on all the homes in Arlington that actually sold in the last 2 weeks. And I found that 30% of homes that are under contract were under contract after being listed for only 2 weeks. And the average price drop for a listing that sells in 1 week is only 1%. So I would rather someone get a place for 1% off, or actually, heck, even pay $5,000 above list price, which sounds crazy in this market. I'd rather you pay $5,000 above and get a better value than get $100,000 or $80,000 off on a $500K condo that is $100K overpriced, and they do exist. Ask me, and I will email you an example of a $100K overpriced condo where you could, tell all your friends that you got $80,000 off, but you still overpaid by 20 grand. Meanwhile, an opportunity comes up and there's 2 people bidding for it, and no, I won't go $5,000 above list because whatever. Instead, the list price should be considered as like manufactured suggested retail price, and for the most part, I just throw that out the door. I make the offers. I don't make the offers at all. My clients make the offers, and I give them the details and the information, and we work on it together. And I give them what I call Vegas odds. If you offer this, this is the percentage chance I think something will happen. If you offer this, this will happen. So it's up to you how aggressive you want to be. The other downside of making a lowball offer is that it ticks off the seller. Now, if you're an investor and your strategy is to put in an offer on 20 to 30 places, then that might work, but I'm not the person for you. I'm not going to do a full 1 to 2 hour offer and put it on 20, give it to 20, 30 places, sometimes even sight unseen with contingencies saying, where the investor says, we'll make this offer, but we'll just pull out if they accept it, and then we go in and decide that it's overpriced. I don't work that way. Send me information. I'll send you somebody who might have some time to waste that they wouldn't mind. Some more data. In Arlington, I pulled up the last 90 sales, and only 5 of them were over 10% off of list. None of them were over 15% off of list price. So out of almost 100 homes, not one person got 15% off. That doesn't mean that it's impossible, but the goal should not be about percentage off of list. The goal should be about value, value, value. And I think the best approach is a blog that I've written about. Google Frankly Round Robin, and it should come up. It's the round robin approach where you find multiple properties that you like, and you offer one at a time to each of the properties, waiting to find out which one is most desperate or needing to sell, and I help you try and find that amount that is $5,000 above what I call it passes the laugh test. So $5,000 above a price that would make them laugh, and then according to the buyer and their interest in getting a more aggressive price, I will give several options for where they could start. And sometimes the strategy is actually to put out a price and that be your firm price. The other side comes back. There's no rule that says you have to go back. It can be your firm price. They come back, you counter the same price. They renegotiate a lower price again, and you counter the same price. There's thousands of different strategies I use. I change it up all the time. Another reason not to do, or to be hesitant in doing a lowball offer, is if you offer a price that's so low, the other side just says no, and they don't reply. So then, if you really want the place, if you don't want the place, then fine. But if you really want the place, you're then left in this position of going back and saying, okay, I changed my mind. We're gonna go up a little bit more, and then the seller says, wait a second. The last time we called their bluff, it was pretty good, saying no, and they came back groveling. Let's try it again. No. So it's not always the best price. The goal should be to try and get the lowest net possible and balance that with the percentage chance of losing the deal. And I don't subscribe to the throw out a 100K lower price and see what happens, because it doesn't help get you the best price. So that's my thoughts on low balls, and feel free to look at other people's opinions on low balls. I'd love to get your comments added to this YouTube or to this blog post, and thank you very much.